If you're in your 70s or have loved ones at this stage, you understand that life is no longer about striving for career success, earning money, or raising children. These aspects have receded, making way for days that are slower, quieter, and sometimes silently lonely. Some liken being 70 to the most beautiful twilight of the day. The sun's intensity has softened, yet darkness hasn't fully set in. In this gentle light, one might feel an emptiness inside, a void that often goes unnoticed, leaving us unsure of how to fill it. Have you ever woken up in the morning uncertain of how to spend your day? Do you find yourself looking around your familiar home, sensing that something is missing? Have you sighed at the end of a day that lacked joy, conversation, or clear purpose? You're not alone. Many individuals over 70 experience these feelings. It's common for people entering this age to think, "I'm old now. I'll just take each day as it comes." However, the reality is quite the opposite. Turning 70 isn't an end, it's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that can be beautiful and fulfilling if we equip ourselves with the right essentials to move forward. Today, I want to share 6 crucial elements that everyone over 70 should embrace. These aren't extravagant or grandiose things, but simple, relatable aspects of daily life. Without them, life can become tiring, lonely, and may gradually fade within the walls of our own homes. Conversely, if you incorporate these 6 elements, you'll discover that each day can be meaningful, joyful, and provide reasons to smile and look forward to small yet heartwarming experiences. Please stay with me through this video, especially for the final point, number 6, which many seniors often overlook. They've spent their lives caring for others, forgetting themselves. And when they finally wish to focus on self-care, they don't know where to begin. So if you're 70 or approaching this milestone, take a few minutes to reflect on what's truly important for you. These insights might not come from doctors or be found in prescriptions, but they serve as vital nourishment for the spirit, soul, and overall quality of daily life. And if you're watching this for a loved one, please stay tuned. You might discover ways to love, understand, and support your parents or relatives more effectively. Take a seat, breathe deeply. The journey to a fulfilling life after 70 begins now. Now let's explore the first essential. 1. A purpose to wake up to every morning. After 70, life often slows down. Children have grown, careers have concluded, and daily routines are no longer filled with the hustle and bustle of earlier years. Initially, this newfound calmness can feel like a reward after decades of dedication. However, this tranquility can easily turn into emptiness if there's nothing to look forward to each day. Many seniors wake up to silence, wondering, "Why am I getting up today?" Without a purpose, even a small one, each day can become monotonous and lack vitality. When there's nothing to anticipate, feelings of being lost, left behind, and even useless can emerge. Consider the story of Mr. Reynolds, a retired high school science teacher. After leaving the classroom at 67, he felt unburdened. In the early days of retirement, he enjoyed walks, watching old movies, and gardening. But after a few months, these pleasures faded. He woke up later, ate irregularly, and lost interest in his previous hobbies. Then, a neighbor asked if he could tutor her grandson in chemistry. Initially hesitant, Mr. Reynolds agreed. After just one session, he felt revitalized. He began preparing lessons, researching materials, and finding ways to make concepts accessible. Each morning, he had a task, someone to assist, and a reason to continue. What he regained wasn't wealth or recognition, but a sense of value. A purpose after 70 doesn't have to be grand. It could be tending a small vegetable garden, writing in a journal, teaching a grandchild math, or caring for an old cat in need of love. The activity itself isn't as important as the meaning it brings to you. Studies indicate that seniors with a clear sense of purpose tend to live longer, happier lives, and are less prone to depression or cognitive decline. When the spirit feels useful, the body has a reason to stay healthy. So, if you wake up tomorrow unsure of what to do, perhaps today is the day to find something that excites you. Whether it's learning a new song, visiting an old friend, or simply cooking a delicious meal for yourself. What about you? What motivates you to get up in the morning? Is there something you're looking forward to this week? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else to rediscover their purpose. 2. Meaningful social connections. Maintaining a healthy heart isn't just about diet or exercise, it's also about the loving connections around us. After 70, many find their homes becoming increasingly quiet. Friends pass away, spouses may no longer be present, and children are busy with their own lives. While you might be accustomed to the silence, over time, it can turn into loneliness. Without someone to talk to, share with, or laugh with, the world can feel like it's shrinking. Take Mrs. Eleanor, 74, who lived alone after her husband's passing. She believed she was fine. She enjoyed the quiet, the freedom, the lack of responsibilities, but as the days went by without a phone call, without anyone checking in, without anyone needing her, she began to feel like she was slowly fading from the world. Her daughter gently suggested she join a morning walking group at the local community center. Mrs. Eleanor was hesitant at first, but she decided to give it a try. The first week, it was just polite hellos. The second week, someone invited her for coffee after the walk. By the third week, she had made new friends. People her age, with similar stories. She said softly, "I didn't realize how much I longed to be heard." Social connection doesn't mean having a crowd around you. It can simply be a few friends who truly understand you. A couple of heartfelt conversations that remind you, you are still seen, you are still loved, you are not forgotten. Loneliness in older adults isn't just a feeling, it's a real health issue. Studies show that chronic loneliness increases the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, cognitive decline, and even weakens the immune system. So what can you do? Call an old friend. Sign up for an art class, Tai Chi, or senior dance program. Join a book club or volunteer at a church or local library. Or simply smile and say hello to a neighbor you've never spoken to. What is the most meaningful relationship you've maintained after 70? Is there someone you've been meaning to call but haven't yet? Share your story in the comments below, because what you say might help someone else take that brave step toward connection and away from loneliness. After 70, the body starts speaking to us more often. A little knee pain, a bit of shoulder stiffness, a sudden dizziness when getting up too fast. These may seem like small annoyances, but they're gentle reminders that the body doesn't function on autopilot anymore. And now it needs our care more than ever. Take Mr. Paul, 72. He used to be very active, but once he retired, he gradually stopped moving. He sat more, walked less, and eventually found even a short stroll exhausting. One day, he tripped and fell while stepping off his porch. Not because the ground was slippery, but because his reflexes just weren't what they used to be. That fall was a wake-up call. After that, he decided to change things. He began walking 15 minutes every morning around the neighborhood. He practiced standing and sitting slowly, breathing deeply, stretching his joints. After 3 months, he didn't just walk better. He laughed more, slept deeper, and felt in control of his life again. Physical health in your 70s is not just about living longer. It's about living independently. Being able to stand up on your own, walk at your pace, do the things you love without relying on someone else. And the best part, you don't need to do anything extreme to start. You can begin with small, simple steps. A light daily walk, gentle stretching or resistance band exercises, deep breathing and balance training, eating mindfully and maintaining a healthy weight. What do you currently do to take care of your body? Is there something you've wanted to improve but haven't started yet? Share your thoughts below, because your story might just be the motivation someone else needs to reconnect with their own body, even after 70. After turning 70, many people think they no longer need to worry about money. The children are grown, school fees are gone, and there's no more pressure from work or career goals. But then reality gently reminds us, money may not buy everything, but without it, peace of mind is hard to hold on to. Healthcare costs tend to rise with age. A single doctor's visit, a new prescription, a round of physical therapy, all of it can eat away at savings faster than expected. And there are still the everyday costs: electricity, home repairs, transportation, bills that come just as regularly as they did in youth. Mrs. Hoa, 77, used to be an accountant. When she retired, she felt secure, with a savings account and a modest pension. But one particularly cold winter, her roof began to leak badly, and she had to replace the entire thing. Soon after, she faced a round of cardiac treatments. That season of unexpected expenses left her shaken. Not because she feared illness, but because she feared not being able to take care of herself anymore. She feared having to borrow from her children, feared becoming a financial burden to her loved ones, even if no one had said so aloud. After that, she changed her habits. She began tracking every expense. She canceled cable packages she never used, shopped only during sales, and joined a senior association for healthcare discounts. Even more meaningfully, she started teaching basic accounting to young people at the community center, not only to share knowledge, but to earn a little extra and feel purposeful again. Financial security doesn't mean having a lot of money. It means knowing what you have, understanding what you need, and having a plan for what might come. It's the comfort of not being caught off guard, because when you're in charge of your money, you're in charge of your life. And that sense of control, especially in your later years, is truly priceless. When you were young, curiosity drove you. As an adult, work and family required you to keep learning. But now, at 70 or beyond, when no one forces you to study anymore, it's easy for the mind to become still. Too still. Without curiosity, without mental challenge, every day can begin to look the same. And more dangerously, our brains begin to slow down. Forgetfulness creeps in. Days blend together. It becomes harder to remember what once made life feel rich. Mr. Bill, 78, used to be an electrical engineer. After retirement, he stopped reading, stopped calculating, stopped exploring. He often said, "I'm old now. My brain isn't sharp anymore. What's the point of learning?" But during a checkup, his doctor gently warned him of early cognitive decline. It scared him. Fortunately, that same doctor encouraged him to take up something new, anything, to keep his mind engaged. Mr. Bill enrolled in a woodworking class at the senior center. He started making small benches, bookshelf frames, even a music box for his granddaughter. And something remarkable happened. He felt alive again. Not because he was good at it right away, but because he was growing. Learning wasn't about grades or praise anymore. It was about keeping the mind awake, the spirit bright. You don't need a degree or a classroom to keep learning. You can teach yourself how to cook an international dish, use your phone to video chat with your grandkids, write your memoirs, learn watercolor painting, pick up a new language, try a yoga pose. Even small discoveries can keep your days fresh and your brain vibrant. No one is ever too old to begin again. And when you keep learning, you keep moving forward, no matter your age. And now, for the final one. It's the one most people forget. After years, decades even, of living for others, there comes a moment when you're left wondering, now that everyone's grown, who do I live for? The answer is simple. Live for yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself, not with guilt but with gentleness and pride. Mrs. Nancy, 80, had spent her life serving her family. She wore old clothes, skipped makeup, and avoided treating herself to anything she liked, thinking, it's better to save that money for the kids. But one day, her granddaughter took her to a spa. It was something small, a gift, really. Yet that day changed everything. She came home glowing and whispered to herself, I deserve this too. Since then, every month, she set aside a little money to buy her favorite treat, get a haircut, or pick out a colorful blouse. She doesn't feel guilty about it anymore, because loving yourself isn't selfish. It's a reminder that you're still here, still worthy, still full of life. So be kind to yourself. Make yourself a warm cup of tea and drink it slowly. Put on that beautiful outfit even if no one else will see. Write yourself a note of gratitude. Say no to what drains you. Say yes to what lights you up inside. Because you matter. You always have. And it's never too late to love yourself. Gently, joyfully, wholeheartedly. 70 isn't the end. It's a turn in the road, a slower pace, a deeper rhythm, and, if you allow it, a chapter filled with meaning. We've just walked through 6 small yet powerful things that can transform your life after 70. A reason to rise each morning, connections that remind you you're not alone, a body that supports your independence, financial stability that brings peace of mind, a mind that keeps growing, curious and alive, and the quiet, tender gift of self-love. These things aren't found in luxury or status. They're within reach, if you choose to take one small step at a time. So if today you find yourself missing one or a few of these things, don't worry. None of us are perfect, but every one of us can choose to begin right now. Maybe tomorrow, you'll call an old friend. Maybe you'll take a short walk in the morning sun. Maybe you'll brew your favorite tea, just for yourself. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll sit down and write, "I am still here. I still have something beautiful to give myself." Now I'd love to hear from you. Of the 6 things we've shared, which ones do you already have, and which ones are you hoping to rebuild? What's something you've done recently to love yourself more after 70? Or perhaps you have a message for someone else who's feeling lonely and lost in this season of life. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your words might be the spark that lights up someone else's world. And if this video spoke to your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about, someone who's walking this same path through the golden years. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Life after 70 may be quieter, but it can still be full of kindness, beauty, and deep meaning if you allow yourself to live each day with your whole heart. See you in the next video.